we got to the distillery.
We are here at the Holy Rod Distillery. We have a 3:30 distillery tour. They happen about every half hour until 4 o'clock. And this was actually part of our Edinburgh City card. This is actually the first thing that we're using it for. I'll tell you, I'm not sure if I would buy it again, but we'll find out by the end of the trip. Maybe it turns out better than we think.
So far we pay £90 and this is £20.
Yeah, so let's find out. Let's go get some whiskey tasting done. So here at New Rod, it's a new distillery, only about 6 years old. So they've only been able to turn out whiskey for about 3 years. They also make a moonshine and gin products as well. And the first cocktail we had was delicious.
It was 4% alcohol.
Yeah, but their moonshine, they bottle at 60%. Their first year, they made over 99 different types.
They just give them away. It's great people, but they never make it again.
It's like a new age sort of distillery, different flavors, different compounds, as they say. So these are the 4 different types of gin that they make here at the distillery. I think I'm going to like Homeland. This is made with naturally foraged juniper from the island of Skye up here. This is the one that we tried, Height of Arrow. Very straightforward, good gin. Now we're going to learn how to make it.
Distillation might be a long word, but it's actually a very, very simple process. There's only really one thing you have to remember. Alcohol will boil at a lower temperature than water.
So here at this distillery, this is their gin recipe. If you ever had any questions on how to make it, there you go. Pure classic gin recipe. No weird flavors, nothing added. Juniper, salt, beeswax, perfect. And this is their distiller. They run it once a month and they make all the gin they need. This is their whiskey distillery. Wow, these are huge distillers.
Barley has been malted. Barley is a grain. It's like wheat. It's made with lots and lots. We do not need starch to make alcohol. What we need is sugar. Thankfully, the plant also needs sugar to grow. So malting should depend on what sugar.
So the big thing at this brewery is they love to experiment with the different yeasts, which give you all sorts of different flavors and flavor compounds inside. This fat's actually in use right now after they've added the yeast. You can see that orangey color in there. The yeast is eating up all the sugars and making alcohol and carbon dioxide, and it'll be yummy soon. Essentially at this point, it's a pretty bad tasting beer because it wasn't made to be beer. So after the yeast is done, it goes into the first distiller. Goes up around, comes down through here at what's called low wine, 20%, 25%, and then you distill it a second time, and it goes up to about 70%.
But we don't want 80% alcohol, we want 40%. If you want whiskey, Scotland, it legally has to be. So we do distillation. This very big, very aggressive, the exact same as the one. This is our big kettle. We heat it up to 80 degrees.
So our guide was telling us in Scotland, whiskey must be made with barley. That's the only grain allowed to be used, malted barley. It can be at any stage of toastiness, and you can mix up all your yeasts, and that's what this brewery is known for, using all sorts of different yeasts to get different flavor profiles in the final product. It's a really nice dark whiskey tasting room. So we're done with our tour, and we're gonna do some tastings. In their shop, you can taste as many as you want. They'll give you a little taste. We tried the Height of the Arrow gin. I think I want to try that Homelander gin. They said it's nice and junipery, and that's the one I want to try. I wonder how much a bottle of that is. 40 pounds. So about $60 a bottle. And for a small brewery, I guess that's not a terrible price, and what a great souvenir.
Okay, we finished our tours, and now we're
doing a little gin tasting, and we tried Height of Arrows, which is their bright. That's a bit much. That is so junipery, it's insane. This funk has like a little orange in it. It is delicious, but I think my favorite is the Homelander made with native Scottish juniper. That was my favorite. That's coming home with me.
So The green one is coming home with us, and the yellow is coming home with us.
These two are my favorite. The Sprite though, that's a gin like you've never tried before. You gotta come and try it. That's good. But a little too much of a kick.
And it costs 39 pounds per bottle.
But if you do the tour, you get 5 pounds off a bottle.
And you have 5 pounds off, so let's get it.
So what did you think of your distillery tour, babe?
It was interesting, but I don't like no rum, no whiskey, no nothing. I like Snickers.
So here they don't make rum, they make gin and whiskey. I'm not a big whiskey guy, but their gins were delicious. And 2 of them are coming home with me. Really worth 2 hours of your time. Recommend coming to the Holy Rod Distillery when you're in Edinburgh. No, this is included in our Edinburgh Pass. It's the John Knox house. So we're gonna go check it out. So we learned a little bit about John Knox during our walking tour today. Here, beyond here is the world's end. There it is. The entrance is downstairs. It's sort of fun. So that's the original cellar where they would keep all their supplies, and this is the original exterior walls to this house. These are fun places. They explain like the older history of these repurposed buildings over the years. And it says there's a couple of things to see outside. See here, 1513 John Knox to 1572. I've learned about this guy already. I don't like him.
He doesn't like women. He might like you.
Well, you know, you never
like
know.
me.
For the queen crown, and I defer the darkest faith. It's just another cool historic room. Tons of different manuscripts, books, private letters, and public attractions by this guy. So the basic story of John Knox is he was a reformist. He didn't like the Catholic Church. He believed in the Protestant Church. And he was just a really mean, nasty dude. He was really nasty to all women. He thought the only point of a woman was to have children, full stop. He also believed the queen at the time was simply just a whore and had no rightful ability to rule or have an opinion. That would be this lady right here, Mary, Queen of Scots.
Yes, and he makes everybody hate her.
He eventually turned the people of Edinburgh against her and her Catholic faith and converted a lot of people to Protestant. Pretty cool old flag. And we, that is, trad shall every pray to the faith for the defense of his sacred majesty royal persona till death. Crazy flag. Feel like you're gonna fall through the floor in some areas.
I guess in 1500s they like this round stairs.
Probably easier to make, I guess.
Special atmosphere in this room. The floor, the wall paneling, and the ceiling date to the 16th and 17th centuries. Many key figures from the Scottish court have been visitors here in the time of Mary, Queen of Scots. Painting ceiling belongs to the time of Mary's son, James VI. It poses some intriguing questions. If you'd like to know more about the panel seating and the decoration of the walk room, you can find
Welcome to the Oak Room.
You can find it.
Now, if you arrive, you'll see that it is a spacious private room where James Moscow would have received his distinguished guests.
Alright, so just a quick stop at the John Knox house. Not a lot of, I mean, you can probably spend an hour there learning everything about the guy.
We didn't. We just ran because we didn't like the guy. We just want to see what happened.
We might have spent 10 minutes there. It's still worth it. It's interesting. That top floor room is really cool, old and historic. Worth a quick stop. So this was one of the original heads put here by Robert the Bruce in the late 1600s. It's been since rebuilt since then, but I think it's still actually in operation. I'm not too sure. All right, so right now we are walking on York Street. Eventually it turns into Queen Street, and we are going to Dean Bridge. It's supposed to be like a cute part of Edinburgh, just a little bit outside the city center. It's only a mile walk.
It's actually a village.
A little village,
where
yeah.
the people live, and it's nice and cute, better than downtown.
So we're sort of just doing an evening stroll. We might find a restaurant or a pub or somewhere to eat something. We don't know. We're just doing our own choose your own adventure
I
tonight.
want the fish and chips.
Let's see what we find Sunday night in Edinburgh. Hey baby, you see what I found? You want to go check out this building? It looks sort of neat.
Do you know what I find?
I find it.
Do you know what I find?
What'd you find?
I find Starbucks.
You can tell somebody went to the distillery today, so did I. But somebody is showing the signs. Oh, and look what I found, the casino. Ooh, we had to grab a Starbucks to charge up for this evening's expedition here. You wanna go play some blackjack? Chris says no gambling. Okay, no casino. Well, we made it to Dean Bridge. This is supposed to be like a little local neighborhood known as, I think, the Dean, something like that. I'm sure there's all sorts of really interesting history, and I know none of it.
It's a Dean village, and the people live here, and it's a very cute city, and we're gonna walk it. And
Allegedly.
Go to a pub and eat fish and chips.
Well, I couldn't find a pub over here with fish and chips, but I'll take your word for it. It's always fun to sort of get outside the city center just a little bit. See Edinburgh behind us. It's like a ravine. I think that's known as Dean Village down there. See a bunch of people walking around taking in the sights along the side of the river, and I think that's why people like to come here, because of the river. Except we don't know how to get down there, but are we gonna figure out how to get down there? All right, Chris says we're gonna figure it out. What I love about Edinburgh is every single building seems like it should be this beautiful historical site. This one's called the Christian Central Ministry, and I think it's just a church here. It's just, you know, whatever, church, Sunday church, there you go.
And they have one yellow rose in front.
Yeah. Dean Bridge, Queens Ferry Road. And it's just like everywhere you look in Edinburgh are these old, beautiful stone buildings. I just love it. But I think to get down to the Dean City, we have to go back across the bridge. So we have found our way down to Dean's Village, and as you can see, this is why people love to come here. It's just, it looks like all of a sudden you're in a different city. We've only walked a mile from our hotel. We're in a different city, yeah?
I like the Dean Village, and we're gonna go and show it to you. This is the start of Dean Village, and hopefully we can find the pub, because I want a fish and chips.
I don't think there's any restaurants. I think Dean's Village is all residential. Let's go hunt around a little bit and see what we find. So it looks like the next sort of place we're supposed to go is down here to Miller's Row. Get you down next to the creek or the river, either way. Sort of funny because all the government buildings close at 5 or 6. Now that it's 7 o'clock, all the tourists are over here sort of looking around. Because there really isn't anything to do here except take a look. There's no restaurants, no pubs, no nothing. Just
You walk 30 minutes, you're gonna find the pub, but you need to walk around.
yeah.
This is the Mill Road.
It's a really cute area. Ooh, what's that? That looks neat. That's the Dean's Bridge that we were up on before. Wow, it just looks like the Romans built it or something, right? Sure, it's not that old, but this is really cool looking. I have no idea what it is. Yeah, the magpie. These look like stone mills for grinding grain. And now they've been turned into like an art display here. Well, I don't know what type of bird he is, but that is a cool looking bird. A couple of ducks by him as well. I think the coolest part about this area is within a 20-minute walk. All of a sudden you're out into nature. There's a magpie. Like, I would recommend this place to somebody who is only coming to Edinburgh but wants to sort of see some nature.
I like it, and that bird I never saw before.
If
you know the name of that bird, please let us know in the comments below.
If you can see it well, he looks like he has a giant beard hanging down, huh? Long feathers under his neck. So of course there's always a helpful sign that tells you about the area. Dean's Village used to be where all the water-powered mills were of the day, and that's why the millstones are behind us though. So the slight weir behind us, which is like a dam that holds back the water and brings up the water level just a little bit, was enough. One of the 11 water-powered mills, so there's 11 water-powered mills off that one little weir. That's amazing. It's an amazing place. So we're down here in Dean's Village, where the old textile mills used to be. We're under Dean's Bridge right now. This is called Miller Road, the street we're walking on. And it's just like you're in a nature area all of a sudden. This used to be where a bunch of the bread mills and things like that from the 17th century used to be, and now it's just this beautiful little walking trail just on the outside of Edinburgh.
I like it here.
Yeah?
Like a
Oh, here it's spelled Dene.
Dene?
Yeah, D-E-N-E. It's just such a cool bridge. And the river and all these different little weirs used to be, which are these little fake waterfalls, and that used to be what generated the power for all the mills. It's a nice little walking path though, alongside the river there.
I like it.
Yeah, it's something nice to do sort of in the evening after all the museums close and all that.
And the snake was going to her.
I see. Found a cool gazebo with like a Greek goddess inside. Not sure who she is, but she has a snake, so I guess medicine or healing maybe? Like an apothecary god? I don't know, but you can definitely see the new city construction here, sort of in the Greek style.
I feel like I'm in Rome.
Yeah, so all the new city, which was built after like 1709, that's the new city, has a lot of this Greek influence on it. It's a really nice walking trail. There's one even down there lower by the river, but we wanted to make sure we didn't miss any turnoff to get back to the city. So we're not quite sure where we are or where we're going, but it's nice, yeah?
We're having fun walking here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice walk.
Mm-hmm. I love signs like this. Resident parking only, untaxed, and abandoned vehicles will be uplifted. I love how they just use words in a different way. Opposed to, if you can't park here, we're towing you. Wow. Look at the water retrofit that what happened on this building, huh? Oh, gas lines. They added natural gas after the fact. That's pretty crazy, and just left all the gas lines on the outside. I guess, I don't know enough about natural gas, but I assume that's fine. It's always interesting what they have to do to retrofit all these stone buildings. So we went for dinner at Birdie's. It's sort of a touristic place, but it's locally owned and highly recommended by the guide. Really accessible. The food comes super quick. We both got fish and chips, and just look at that huge hunk of haddock. Look at those things. I mean, it is a big old. That is hot out of the fryer.
They give you the whole fish.
The whole thing absolutely looks great. Little homemade tartar sauce. Oh, hot. Try a little piece of this fish here, maybe. Good. Nice, simple, clean fish and chips, yeah? Alright, So after eating some of my food and trying it out, I have to say, Birdie's here, it might seem like a bit of a tourist trap being right on Victoria Street, but this is the real deal. That is really good fish and chips, super accessible, and you get your food within like 5 minutes. I think I need to recommend Birdie's. Pretty good? Yeah, not a tourist trap. Seems like it should be, but it is not. So for fish and chips for two here at Birdie's, including a beer, was just under 45 pounds or $61. And they added, anytime you have a waiter, sometimes they'll add a service fee. Here it was 10%.
10%.
Somewhere. It's in here somewhere. There it is. Service fee, and you can decline it if you want, but it's 10%. Come on, Americans, don't get cheap on me. So just to give you an idea how far we walked, the Holiday Inn is right over here by the Cotton Hill, and we walked all the way over here to the Dean, which is basically off of the map, and all of the Old Town is right here. New Town is just to the north of Princess Street, so as you can see, all of Edinburgh is really walkable. This was the distillery we went to today. So we went from here to Holiday Inn to the Dean and back to Old Town. And we walked all around here this morning on our walking tour. So you don't really need a Metro card or the bus pass or anything like that. You can walk to basically all of downtown Edinburgh. It's only maybe 5 square miles, something of that nature. It's not a huge area. It's like their Wall of Fame. I think that's Henry Styles, Marky Mark, and Amy Winehouse. Well, there you go. Quite the Wall of Fame. Shame. Except point Amy Winehouse. Rest in peace. I have to say, something I do like in Edinburgh is sort of walking around after hours. So it's like 9 o'clock at night now. As you can see, there's still tourists out, but there's lots of room. You can take pictures of all the statues you want or the monuments without anybody really in your way. Now, all the buildings are closed, all the churches are closed. But if you just want to go sightseeing, I think sort of like after 7 o'clock, it's a really good time. Not so many people out, a lot more, I don't know, picture room, right? Like we were down on Victoria Street with a lot of the Harry Potter sort of attractions are. And mind you, everything's closed, but if you just want some cute pictures with nobody in your background, I would say after 7 o'clock at night.
And don't forget to go to Bernie's because they have good fish and chips.
Yeah, the fish and chips at Bernie's was pretty tasty down there on Victoria Street. And I've never had haddock before, but I don't know if they season it or marinate their fish. But man, I think I really like haddock. Probably right below flounder is some of my favorite fish. All right, guys, thank you all for watching to the end of our movie. It's been a long, fun day here in Edinburgh. I keep being told I'm saying it wrong. Tomorrow we're doing the castle. That should be a great day. We're starting at 10:30, and some people say it takes you an hour. Other people say, give yourself 4 or 5. There's a lot of different things. There's gardens up there. There's different palaces and rooms and all sorts of stuff from what I understand. So stay tuned if you want to see more of Edinburgh and more of our trip. You'll have to keep watching. So like, subscribe, turn on your notifications if you want to see when our next movies come out. Usually they come out on Thursdays and Sundays.
Good night for Edinburgh.
Good night. Want to say good night? Good night.